In my last video, I built the ultimate breeding base with 3 breeding pens, 2 ranches, and a tiny castle for science. Well, similar to how when you have a hammer in your hand, everything looks like a nail, now that we have a breeding base set up, everything looks like a breeding opportunity. Well, you clicked on this video, so that means that you woke up and chose violence because you're trying to get the fastest Jetragon you can get your hands on. If you're looking to get this Jetragon that has a 75% movement speed increase, this is going to be your guide to get it done. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Dauntus here. Thank you so much for the feedback and support in my previous videos. This channel is going to be your one-stop shop for all Palworld content moving forward, and I'm going to do a face reveal as soon as we get to 50k subs, so let's do it. So, how long is it going to take you to get this Jetragon? Only about a day. And the best part is you're also going to be able to get the best DPS variant of Jetragon at the same time. So this is certainly feasible for the average person that wants to invest about a day to get both of these. As a quick reference, the stats that we're going to be shooting for are Runner, Legend, Swift, and Nimble. These are going to equate to a 75% movement speed increase. According to Kimpton's breeding calculator, link in the description, if you select Jetragon as the desired child and select parent as none or any, you'll see that the only way you can have Jetragon as a result of breeding is by breeding 2 Jetragons together. So the first thing you need to do is go catch Jetragon until you get 1 male and 1 female. Once you capture yourself a male and a female, all you're going to want to do first is pass down Legend and have as few other passive skills as humanly possible so that you don't create interference for yourself. You guys should already know that as you breed, the parents are going to pass down the passive skills with a higher degree of frequency, and so the idea is to have parents that have only Legend or nothing if you can, so that the parents will have a very large random pool of passive skills to draw from. If you ever come across parents that have just Legend, definitely put those in your back pocket. Save them for later because those might become useful near the end of this breeding process. What you're looking for are Swift, Nimble, and Runner, and this is going to be a little bit messy at the outset because, again, you're trying to create as many random passive skills as possible. The idea here is that you're constantly going to be on the lookout for parents that can replace each other with cleaner skills with less kind of interference passive skills. So as you can see here, I've got one with Divine Dragon, Swift, Masochist, and Bottomless Stomach. I don't want Bottomless Stomach or Masochist or even Divine Dragon at this point, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to breed this one together with this one that has Nimble until I get one that has Swift and Nimble, as you can see right here. As you continue breeding pals together, replacing the parents with the passive skills that you want, you're eventually going to get to something like this with Runner, Swift, and Legend, and all you need to do is replace it with something like Nimble. So you'll be breeding it with these 2. And again, it's going to stay a little bit messy, but the more you do it, the more you stick with it, the cleaner the children are going to get. As you can see, I've got a couple here with both Swift and Nimble, and here's one with Nimble, Swift, and Runner, and all I need to do now is just add Legend. So if you were lucky enough to get one that has just Legend early on, you can take that with this child, and this is a 3+1 scenario to equal your perfect Jetragon. Quick disclaimer, while you're in the early stages of breeding all these random skills, keep an eye out for ones that have Musclehead or Ferocious, because those are what you're going to need to breed with the original parents to get Musclehead, Ferocious, Divine Dragon, and Legend. The cool thing about getting the original parents is they already come with 2 of the 4 abilities that you need for the highest DPS variant. They come with Legend and Divine Dragon, so all you need to do is just fish for a Musclehead and a Ferocious at some point during the process, and you can actually dedicate one of your pens over here to breeding the perfect DPS variant, and that way you can pretty much get both of these at the same exact time as I did. I ended up getting 3 perfect Jetragons from a DPS perspective, and just for reference, you need Divine Dragon, Legend, Ferocious, and Musclehead. I recently learned that for the greatest chances of producing a pal with all 4 skills that you desire is going to be if you have a scenario where you've got one pal with 2 of the skills you want and another pal with the other 2 skills you want. This one, of course, is missing Legend, but if you end up grabbing a pal with like Runner and Swift and Legend and Nimble, and you breed those together, I believe it's something like a 60 to a 66% chance of getting the perfect pal with every egg that you open. Thank you to Austin John for the level of research and detail he put into a video that shows exactly how crossbreeding works with percentages and everything for those of you that actually want to take a deep dive in that area. But this method is more than sufficient. As you can see, I've got a perfect Blasmut, a perfect Orsurk, a perfect Shadowbeak, a perfect Jetragon, and a perfect Anubis. Videos on those to come shortly. Also, Austin John, if you happen to be watching this, I like you. We can be friends. We can collaborate. Quick disclaimer, Jetragon loves to just randomly fall asleep for no reason at all. Sometimes it happens at the beginning of a breeding session or the middle of the session, and other times it just never happens. And the confusing thing is they don't actually have any status ailments, so I think it's safe to say that when they lay down and take a nap mid-breeding session, it's probably just a bug. To fix this issue, simply return to the menu and log back in, and they will resume breeding as though they never fell asleep. And finally, here's a quick comparison of what the fruits of your labor could produce. Okay guys, let me know down in the comments how many of you are actually going to take the time to go after this Jetragon. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I wish you the best of luck breeding your own speed demon for yourself, and I'll see you guys out on the next video.